Hi guys! Finally I filmed this video, which was highly requested. I'm using angled template from my Facechart workbook too. I will leave the link in description so you can check it out. I've seen so many beautiful works from you already on Instagram, and I think you are doing a fantastic job. But if you start with Facecharts, this video might be very helpful. This template is printed on paper that I selected and tested personally. It has velvet texture, which I prefer myself to achieve the most realistic results. Alright, as always, starting with cutting the stencil. I'm using this because it gives me the ability to use bigger brush for the first layer without making the paper around the face dirty. And also I like to have sharp edges. For the stencils I'm using tracing paper, which you can find in every art supply store. Next we need big buffing brush for the first skin layer. You need some nude eyeshadows, powders, maybe a contouring kit, whatever you have in house. So I filled the first layer with circular motion using the lightest shade. This gives me also the ability to build the color and seamless blending. I'm starting to add darker shades to slowly build the desired skin complexion. Don't worry that it looks yellow, I will show you later how to neutralize it. All templates have guidelines and slightly marked shadows. If you are a beginner, I suggest you to read my educational book Facechart Drawing with Makeup, where I explain deeply actually everything about light and shadow and much more, everything you need to know about Facecharts. Slowly intensifying the shadows and adding a blush, using highly pigmented eyeshadow and placing it in between the shadow and lightest part, the highlight. If you noticed, I'm tapping the brush on the stencil to control the amount of product I'm placing. It's better to put less and build than put too much pigment that you can't erase. Now this is the part where I'm showing you how to cancel or neutralize the yellow is by using lilac pastels or eyeshadow. I didn't have one that is so pigmented, so that's why I'm using pastels, but you're welcome to use the eyeshadows. The color and pigmentation is important. Also, you need a brush that has short bristles, like for cream contouring. You need to push the pigment into the paper and create this blurry effect. For the highlight, I'm using the white soft pastel and gently spreading with the fingers. Place the highlight on the highest point of the cheekbone, where the light hits the most, as well as on the tip of the nose and around the nostril. Here I'm using the piece of transparent paper and cotton round to create a shadow. Overall, I'm starting to intensify and to blend everything, also using the darker shade for more depth. I consider this technique basic. You can use it in store if you're a makeup artist. As I'm using also more complicated techniques for deeper complexion. This technique I learned during my study in art school, and it calls zalivka in Russian, and that means that you need to use watercolor to create the first layer, as you are not able to achieve it just with powders. And by the way, I am sharing this zalivka technique in my book Facechart Drawing with Makeup. So here you go, I used color pencils to add details and intensify the shadows, but it's optional of course. Please let me know if this video was helpful, and don't forget to support by subscribing and liking the video. See you in part 2!